Kiss Night Blaze. Um, Innovation in games. This is open for discussion topic. This is kind of coming off the heels of the Order 1886, which got absolutely like demolished in reviews from major sites, and I would say that generally speaking, people that I saw either streaming the game or talking about the game were like, you know what, this isn't a bad game. I don't understand why, such and such really railed on it as hard. Carrington in there. Um, it's something where I wanted to ask you guys, and I asked Colin if we talked about this before, and I feel like that we had a similar topic. What space do you guys feel that games could explore at this point in time that for you would feel unique and different? Is it bigger worlds? Is it better graphics? Is it just a brand new genre or experience? For me, I feel like, I talked about, and I'm going to bring it up again. It's been a little while. I've been good, Colin. I've been good for not talking about it. No Man's Sky is the game that I want to play. And I feel like the more I see from Star Citizen, the more pieces of it that might or might not come together. But the more pieces that I see about Star Citizen is more about the I think the game that I actually am envisioning that I want to play. All encompassing, like you can do literally anything. You know what I mean? I feel like that is probably the game that is those two, No Man's Sky and Star Citizen, are more along the lines of where I'm thinking about scope, size, scale. How far can you actually push this? Because space, we don't know what the fuck is in space. We don't. On planets, Colin, can you go down to Jupiter and
I
tell me
mean,
what's on
to
Jupiter?
say we don't know what the fuck is in space is a bit vague. Like maybe 150, 200 years ago we wouldn't know what the fuck was in space. Now I'd say we're not sure what's in space.
We don't know what's there, Colin.
Certainly, you could say deep space, and I would have been all on board.
Deep space.
All right,
I'm not talking about right next
we
to
don't
us.
know fuck about deep space. I'd say it like that.
We don't know shit about deep space.
You definitely came off with the magnets. Magnets. What do they do? Type approach there.
But yeah, I feel like that's something that's not explored. So like, that's an opportunity for
Sure.
people to really use their imagination and say, okay, what is the wonder and awe in gaming, and what can I do in this space? And so that's why I think I'm kind of drawn to space right now. Funny enough, I was actually playing a game that I didn't mention, but I was playing a game that was like a shooter, space sim shooter. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that can be kind of pushed in that regard. I see some people talking about time travel. So Not So Brave, time travel. I think that's a good one.
It's expensive to make though, 'cause you have to make assets from different time periods. Like, do you remember there was a game where you were like a special ops operative, and you get dropped back in like Rome to go shoot people and kill Caesar or something like that, and then you get sent to World War I or World War II. Like same deal, you just keep going through time to go shoot people. Essentially, is the plot of the game. It's absolutely atrocious. I can't remember what the name was.
Something of Liberty.
It's like one of the worst games ever.
Something of Liberty. We
Might-
played it. Was that the glitch? That was the glitch where we played that game. It was so bad, Colin.
I can't remember, man. Turning Point, Fall of Liberty is what you're talking about.
Is that it?
I don't know if that was the game though.
There was a game that we played at eBash that was one of the worst games
Well,
I've ever.
that was definitely one of the games that was the worst. I don't think it's the one I'm thinking of though.
Okay.
Chrono Trigger was probably the best time travel game ever.
Incinerate, Zelda series, Time Shift, Chrono Trigger, Bioshock Infinite, Final Fantasy, and so on. Earthbound
I wouldn't count Infinite personally.
as a time travel game?
Yeah, it has aspects of time travel, but I wouldn't say it's a time travel game.
I didn't actually play Infinite. Did
Final
you play
Fantasy
it?
does some. Earthbound does some. Yeah, I
Did
played
you play
Infinite.
it? Did you
Yeah.
beat it?
Yeah.
Huh. Wow.
Tell me I don't play single player games.
Wow.
I played Bioshock 1 and 2, or Bioshock 1 and Infinite. Didn't finish 2. Played multiplayer a bunch in 2, though. I actually like the multiplayer in 2.
Yeah, it was very Prey-ish.
Yeah, it was. It's also broken as hell, but getting in the Big Daddy and just tearing everyone up.
Yeah. Maybe a time travel game during a similar time span to change events.
I just want, man, I just want a sci-fi game that doesn't have assault rifles, assault rifles, pistols, snipers, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every sci-fi game, every single sci-fi game's like that.
Well, what do you think about Evolve's weapons?
They're the same. It's just assault rifles.
Not all of them. There's a lightning gun in there. You got some harpoons, railgun,
They're all
flamethrower.
a railgun's a sniper, flamethrower. Yeah, like none of those are new concepts. Unreal is the only game I can think of that has like pushed sci-fi weaponry to be more than just like modern weaponry with lasers.
Bioshock.
Prey, I guess, did too. Prey had some really cool weapons.
Where are the designers for Prey? What are they working on?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. They should make a multiplayer game. I'd be so happy.
Link is always traveling through Starbound. Starbound was fun, Tense. I played 100 and something hours in Starbound. Singularity is recent puzzly shooter. Well, look, Colin, you could possibly have Cliff's game,
Oh,
Ball Studio. They might come out with some pretty cool stuff.
they might. Although, from what I've seen so far, it seems like it's going towards the like advanced warfare type approach.
Yeah. Okay.
You got me looking it up now, so I have to see what that dude's doing. The lead designer on Prey, Mark Sample.
The Order has a gun called Thermite Rifle, which is one of the best video game weapons ever, but you only use it twice. That sounds so depressing, Miss man. That sounds so depressing. Armadillo, an actual, yeah, I saw that. Actual Hunger Games.
Dude, the lead designer for Prey is working at King, doing social games. That is a shame.
Wow. What a dance in the mood, Colin.
Prey had those grenades that were like little creatures. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like the little creatures, you like pulled off its leg, and that made it a frag grenade. And then little mine creatures.
How
Anyways,
about a Moba shooter? Look, we're about to get Overwatch. It's not really a MOBA per se, but
Super MNC would be
yeah.
the Moba shooter.
Did you see some of the look, Colin? A lot of the weapons in Overwatch look like they're going to be right up our alley in terms of creativity.
I think so. I think they're doing a lot with abilities and stuff,
Right.
which really is like when I play Dota. It's mind blowing to me that a lot of those things can't transition over into FPS. You know what I mean, or haven't transitioned into FPS because there's 100 some characters and they all work completely differently. But you can't get that in a FPS game for some reason. So like that's what I want for innovation. Just figure out that sci-fi crap.
Shoot thermite pellets, then shoot a flare to ignite the thermite, and it just destroys enemies. I'm calling it now. Star Wars 7 is going to have time travel in it. Maybe. Maybe. There's some interesting stuff here. So, Colin, you basically just want new weapons.
That's really all I want. I mean, I'm a shooter guy and a multiplayer shooter guy. I've also talked quite a bit before about
Yeah.
the opportunities for multiplayer and like doing more drop in, drop out type stuff, or like large scale multiplayer, like just how Division is in my head versus how it's actually going to release.
Right.
So like, yeah, there's lots of opportunities with that kind of stuff as well. But I don't want to retread old ground. Although weapons I've been harping on for like 2 years now.
Crash Bandicoot meets sci-fi exploration meets hack and slash meets fighting game. I'm trying to imagine Crash Bandicoot
Meets
with
sci-fi exploration.
sci-fi
Well, then you get
Ratchet and Clank,
Ratchet
right?
and Clank, yeah. So then you turn Ratchet and Clank into a hack and
Hack and
slash fighting
slash.
game.
Then you get Dragon Ball Z.
Sure. Yeah. Evil Trey, you want Dragon Ball Z? Bam!
Bam, we just did that for you right there, Evil. We made that game for you.
Open world World War II MOBA sci-fi shooter.
Open world World War II MOBA sci-fi shooter. Wait a minute. So
It
wait,
was a futuristic
how do
world
you
with tanks, and it can't be sci-fi world. Well, it can be.
how do you get sci-fi World War II? What is that? Is that like
That's that.
Wolfenstein?
Yeah, that's when you get stuff like Wolfenstein, right?
So Wolfenstein and World of Tanks.
Yeah. Oh, enemy territory Quake Wars.
There you go. Boom.
We got this, baby.
We
Everything's
got
been
this.
made. All of your ideas are old.
What's next?
Everything's been done before, is what we're saying. Everything's been done. Just pack it up. Pack it up. It's all been done.
Y'all gonna have to hit us with something else.
There's
There's
no
nothing
innovation
now.
in games. Innovation
Yeah.
is dead. Until we find a
Hopefully
way to
not.
make new weapons.
I feel like VR is gonna definitely push that space a little bit. Underwater
Good point.
basket weaving.
VR could be the next opportunity for innovation.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a lot with VR.
They can do
And-
some. They can do some real mindfuck stuff too,
Yes,
if they're willing to put people in mental institutions.
and I'm gonna transition this into. Now, if you've enjoyed the video, made it this far, leave a like if you've not already. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate your support. Subscribe if you've not already, so you guys can check my next video. And if you've missed anything, especially this video right here, go check it out. Just click, 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 click.